calf. You want some more food? It's kind of trying to suck. It's kind of just playing with the bottle too. Not really drinking any. I'm just gonna tube it.
Got fight in it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not totally weak. There. A little more milk into you. Well, good morning and welcome to a new video. As you just saw, we've got a new little calf here in the maternity pen, and that we're having to help out a little bit. It's a preemie calf. It was born last night around midnight out of one of our Angus heifers, and yeah, it was born early. I weighed it this morning. It's only like 45 pounds, so it's pretty tiny, and it's needing a little help to get going. So I think it'll be all right. It's pretty strong. It's been walking around and that, so it's not you know, it's doing okay. It's just hasn't figured out how to suck, and it's you know, it's so small and it's a little bit weak. You know, it's just needing a little help. So we put Mom in the head gate last night when we brought them in here after she calved, and I tried to help it suck, but it just wasn't strong enough. So I milked her out into a bottle, and it drank that milk right out of the regular bottle, out of the nipple. It drank that pretty good, but then it didn't seem like Mom had a lot of milk. So then during the night I mixed up a package of just powdered colostrum and brought that out to it, and it wouldn't drink that out of the bottle. I ended up having to tube it. It just would kind of mess around with the nipple on the bottle. It wouldn't really drink. So I tubed half of that packet to it during the night, and then just now I tried again to give it the other half in the bottle, and again it wouldn't drink that. So I'm not sure if it just doesn't like the taste of it. It's had the real thing from Mom last night, and it just knows that yeah, it just doesn't like the flavor or something. That could be, I'm not sure, because it seems strong enough that it should be able to suck. It just won't suck on the bottle. So but it's yeah, after a little bit here, I wanted to get the rest of that colostrum into it that I had mixed up during the night, and then here in a couple more hours we'll put its mom back in the head gate again, and I'm gonna see if I can get the calf to suck off the cow. So we'll see how that goes. If not, then I'll have to milk her out again and then feed it that again. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But it's I think it'll pull through and everything. It's just you know, when they're born early like that, they're pretty skinny and weak. They're just not, yeah, they're not really ready to be born. So it's takes a little little extra help sometimes to get them going. So hopefully we can keep this little calf alive. I think we should be able to. It's a little heifer calf, but yeah, it's pretty tiny little calf. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. It's we've got a busy day ahead of us here. We've got a lot of feeding that we need to do, and then we got a lot of calves that need processed. So it's been a hectic last couple days of calving. So if I look a little haggard, that's because I haven't gotten a lot of sleep the last couple nights with calving going on. So I'm hoping maybe if there's a break this afternoon I can sneak in a nap, but I know how that can go during calving. So anyway, I figured I'd bring the camera along and show you some of that, and hope you enjoyed today's video. Well, like I mentioned before, we've got calving's been real steady the last few days. We've gotten a lot of calves, so we got a lot of calves to process. So we're just heading out to do that now. Got the Duratote, and calving's been hectic, and we've been getting a lot of calves. We're actually it's gonna have to slow down here at some point because we're starting to run out of cows to calve. Actually, we've got I think we've got about 50 calves now, and so there's only around 20 left to go. So at some point they're gonna have to slow down, but we've been getting 3, 4, I think yesterday we had 5 calves in the day. So yeah, it's been real steady. But yeah, we got some tags and stuff to process a bunch of these calves from yesterday, so we're gonna get that done and then get some of them moved out of these calving pens and stuff, so we can free up these pens for the new calves. That was a big calf. You're done, buddy. That's a pretty big cat.
The way it's been ramming the post.
Man, the head on it
Strong.
is huge.
Hey Lex, step up.
So we got those 3 calves moved out of the shelter here. So now that they're out of the way, that freed up our corner calving pen. So I'm going to put some fresh straw in there, and then we'll move that cow that just started calving. We'll move her into this pen. So she has a nice private place to calve. Okay, should be ready for her. Okay, so we got this cow that just started calving. We got her moved into a pen here, and she just put her water bag out a little bit ago, so she'll be calving here sooner rather than later. So next step, we'll go out and process the 3 calves that are out in the corral that we haven't done yet. And then we'll probably turn a few of the pairs out, and then then I think we'll get at feeding. We gotta feed the pairs and this pen here with in front of the shelter. They need a bale, and the heavy cows that haven't calved yet, they also need fed. So yeah, we'll get going on that and get them all something to eat. How's it going, pups? Going. Go, puppy. Yeah.
You're fine. You're pretty cute, though.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Take your baby and go to a new home. Okay, so we got a few pairs turned out of the corral. Cleared things up in there a little bit. And yeah, we're gonna do some feeding now. I'm gonna start with feeding the pair pen. So I got 2 second cut alfalfa silage bales fed here, and I got them spread out enough that all the cows can get to it. So that's good. No fighting there, and then I'll fill up a couple more feeders with some other hay. Well, I'm just going by the cattle shelter here with some feed, so I figured I'd pop into the shelter and check on that cow that we put in the corner pen that started calving there earlier. So we'll see how she's making out. Just so see the feet starting to stick out there now, so we'll just let her be. She needs some more time. Hey pups. Okay, so we got the pairs all fed up here. Ended up giving them 2 second cut alfalfa bales and 1 first cut alfalfa grass bale, and then 2 oat silage bales. So that should tied them over for a few days. They should be good. So now we'll just feed the heavy pen yet. Okay, got the heavy pen all fed up here too. They got 2 first cut alfalfa grass bales and an oat silage bale. So yeah, just need to feed 1 hay bale into the corral yet in front of the shelter, and then we'll be done feeding for a few days. But yeah, these cows don't need a lot of hay anymore. This is all that's left to calve, other than there's 2 in the corral. No, just 1 left in the corral now that hasn't calved, and then the rest are out here. So yeah, we are calving. Seems like it's gone by fast. It's barely, not even quite a month since we started calving, and we've not got a lot left, so which is good. Well, we got the cows pretty much all fed up, the pairs and the heavy pen. I want to put a bale in the corral pen here for these cows here yet, but they still have a bit of feed, so I'm not quite as concerned about that. So the rest of those cows should be good for probably 3 days now before we need to feed again. And so yeah, got the bottle again. So our next on the list is to go work with that preemie calf again, see if we can get it to suck. I'm gonna put Mom in the head gate and see if I can get that calf to drink off Mom, and if she won't, then I'm gonna have to milk the cow again and either bottle feed the calf or tube it again. So we'll see. I'm really hoping it'll have the ambition to actually suck off its own mom once I put it in the head gate and help it with that. So yeah, there's that. And then this cow that we put in the corner pen here earlier this morning, she calved. So I actually haven't even gone in yet to have a look at this calf. I don't know if it's a bull or a heifer. Nice looking little black calf. Cat doll on her own here. Hey you. Okay, we're in the back here with this preemie calf and its mom. There you go, girl. Yeah, you ready for your first real lunch? Oh, would you look at that? It's actually sucking. I guess it just dislikes bottles and fake colostrum. I don't know for sure how much milk Mom has, but she's sure sucking. It would help if Mom would stand still. She's just going to town now.
Well, she knew how to suck on a bottle the first evening already.
Okay, so as you saw, preemie calf sucked. It just didn't seem like Mom had a lot of milk, but she's also quite worked up being back here. So we're gonna try, now that we know the calf, knows how to suck, we're gonna try moving them to one of the front pens up in the shelter where there's other cows. This heifer's back here by herself, and maybe that's why she's so worked up. And So we're gonna move them up into one of those pens and see if that'll work. See if they'll do okay up there. Because just before we put her in the head gate, the calf was actually trying to suck, but the mom just wasn't standing still for it. And I think just because she was so worked up. So we're gonna try moving them up there and see if she'll calm down and let it suck now that we know that it knows how to do that. All right, let's get you a new home. Little girl. Not a very big handful, this one. So we'll try putting them in this smaller pen up front here. Put some fresh straw down in here. Let's go. We moved your baby to a new home. Go. Happy to find her baby.
Yeah, she loves that baby.
Alright. We'll see if that works a bit better. I'll try keeping her in this pen for a couple days and see how it goes, but yeah, seemed pretty promising the way that thing went after sucking once we had the mom in the head gate so she couldn't move around. So yeah, looks promising. Well, it's getting later in the evening here now, and I'm finally getting around to finishing up with feeding. Managed to sneak inside and get a little nap around supper time, so that feels good. Get caught up on sleep a little bit. So yeah, I just have this one bale left to feed to the pen in the corral there with in front of the shelter. So feed that, and then we'll be done with the feeding. And then after that, a couple things left to do yet today. One of the cows out in the pair pen has got a limp, and her foot looks a little bit swollen, so I'm not sure if she's got a touch of foot rot or what she's got going on. But that can happen this time of year. They're standing in the mud around the bale feeders, and they get straw and whatever stuck up between their toes, and they can every now and then we'll get a little bit of that in the spring with the mud. So I'm thinking that's what she's got going on. So we're going to bring her up and treat her with some antibiotics to clear that up. It should clear up pretty quick. It usually does once you treat it. So we got that to do yet, and then I noticed the mineral feeder out in the pair pen was also empty this morning when I went out and checked the pairs. So once we get that cow treated, then I'll run some mineral out for them, and that should pretty much do it for the day. That heifer that we moved up into the shelter with the preemie calf, she is doing way better up front there. So I guess she just didn't like being in the back by herself. I guess, yeah, I'm glad we tried moving her up front, because she's just a different animal in the front pen there, because after we moved her up. So I got high hopes that she'll start letting that calf suck now that it's got a little stronger and that sort of thing. So yeah, we'll get the rest of this feeding done and get that cow treated. Okay, we're out here in the pair pen now, and this 49F cow, that's the one that's got the sore foot. So we're gonna Push her up into the corral. Come on, Mom. Let's try and get you feeling better. So she doesn't look too bad. But you can tell she's favoring it a little bit. And it's a little bit swollen. So I think we'll just give her a shot just to make sure. Okay, so I've got some Oxyvet 300 LA. That's what we'll treat this cow with the bad foot. It's a long-acting antibiotic, so I'll draw some of that up in a syringe here, and then we'll get her moved up into the chute. Crowd tub opened up. That's cool. There you go. That's it. All right, up you go. Okay, I got her dosed up so she can go back out. Back up, Mom. Let's go, Mom. Back up. Don't forget to take your baby. Yeah. No doubt about what's going to happen here. Okay. Well, hopefully that fixes her up. I think it will. Okay, and then the last thing on my list is to run some mineral out to the pears. So I'll run and grab a bucket of that. And we'll run that out to them, and then that should be it for the day. Wanna go along, pup? So yeah, I think that'll be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed tagging along as we fed the cows and did all that stuff. And yeah, I think that'll be it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.